challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Definitely shuts out the jump in. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Oh, whiffed the grab. No good up high. The jump in is denied. Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Holds out with the block. Decides to meet them in the air. Solid blocking. Takes a trip. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. Player one, KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. The jump-in is denied. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Nano's metal level is still kind of low here. They're going to need to find some chances to boost it. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Still slugging it out at this range. Jump. Lifts him with a wrong paw. A quick breather. Reversal. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. And whiffs. They're wide open. Charges forward. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Knockout at low heavy, but no good. Flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Shows a medium kick. Solid blocking. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tons of drive and help to work with. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. A little too greedy there. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. Strikes back with the KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Dashes up. Are we going to see some fireworks here? This fight is just underway. Charges forward. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Not close enough for the throw. Jumps up, nails the overdrive arrow kick. Going in, player two will look to apply pressure, experiencing burnout. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Burns out. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. The the pressure. Gotta do better than that. Keeps him out. Drives it back. Misses.
This is our destiny.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Let's go.
What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Nice solid counter. Takes a trip. Was looking for that jump attack. Nice Managdore. Getting those throws all pumped up. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 will have to fight. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Player 1 has to KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Checks with a medium kick. Still scrapping for control of the space. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Going in, brushes that off and keeps going. Max SH experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Looking for that's gonna leave him rattled. No escaping that. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Who will come out on top in this final round? Player 2 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive match. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Drive gauge management here is going to be several strong. They gotta go for it while they're buffed. Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. A jump in? This is gonna hurt. What are they gonna do? Clutch anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. From low heavy to fakes. Low kicks are a no-go. Okay, they trade hits. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Blocks the jump in. Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Sticks the combo. Holds out with the block. Fantastic reactions there. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The low heavy connected? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Blocks the low heavy. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Not having the cross up. Blocks it well. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Blocks the cross up. Good read. Spot on blocking. Pokes with a medium kick. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Looking for a hold. Overdrive arrow closes in out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one.
Final round. Fight!
The low kick hits. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Hugs nothing but air. Jumps in with the cross-up. Excellent jumping. Cross-up attack. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta do better than that. Goes to the air. Fires off an overdrive arrow. Their drive is this can lead to some big damage. Oh, here we go. Gets the tips with the low heavy. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Mono metal level is still kind of low here. They're gonna need to find some chances to boost it. Trips him up. Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage on them. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout. Big trouble here. The stun is gonna leave them defenseless. Taking stock. Player 2 down to the wire. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Knockdown. From up above. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. From low heavy to smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Big super hard hit. It's on. Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. A real test of nerves here. So, what's next? The low. Both fighters are playing with a full deck of drive. They need to show their hand and do something with it. What are they gonna do? Hit them with a quick low kick. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. Well-timed command throw there. Deftly shuts out the jumper. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Knockdown. Blocks the low heavy. Decides to buff up while they can. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap here that may be a factor. Knockdown and barely blocks the jump in. Jumps in. Oh, command grab. Trouble's coming. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Medium kick hits. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Reads the command grab. Swagger step. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna... They were right to be on guard there. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Charges forward. Going on the offensive? Medium kick hits. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Closing moment on for the critical arm. Will this be enough to kill? That was the highest I've ever seen. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Medium kick into. Jumps it. This can lead to some big damage. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 has the super gate, rushes in. Throws him. What's next? Throws him from above. The low. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? There's a burnout. The swagger step sends him flying. Raw super arming. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Nowhere to run.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Anticipates the overhead. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Did well to get the buff in there. Oh, easy tech. That tech what you get when both sides go in on your throat. Brings out the super arm. How is this gonna work out for them? All right, what's coming up next? Beautiful setup with that attack. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Decides to buff up while they can. Scrapping it out up close. Connects with medium kick. Shows the medium kick. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Medium kick hits them with a stop and block. Not much life difference. Player one needs to use the threat of the corners here. Boots him and takes a swing. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Reversal. They were right to be on guard there. That's gonna leave them rattled. They're going for the super art? What were they thinking? Connects with the throw. Blocks it. Frozen moment. Excellent block. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Saihasho? Ooh, the drive impact closes it out. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
The top player is here.
Prepare.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. Low heavy hit. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. The low kick connects. All right. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Goes for the super art? It's the level 1! Breaking with some serious style. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. Player 2 will burnout activates. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Anti-air drops. Keeping them away. Roundverse, the hit throw connects. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Going in? Was hungry for the grab. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Experiencing burnout. Connects with the throw. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. A little too greedy there. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Down to the wire. Player 1 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can fade some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Recovers from burnout. Not shy with the grab. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right, what's coming up next? Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. Roundverse, the hit throw connects. Dashes up. Going in. Connects with the Hanzar to boost their metal level. What'll happen here? Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Smart play with the throw. Both bot charges forward. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Crowns him from above. Throws him. Knockdown and but finds the target. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Flatlines him. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Jumps up, cross up attack. Hits him with his free throw. Player 1 will look to wreck them. Gotta be careful not to whip at this Totsugeki to the face. Wrong for one. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Pop that off. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. This is gonna hurt. Taking chunks out of each other.
Come on. It's time to
Sits
straight.
him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. Nails the anti-air. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Lots of aggression from both sides. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Connect with medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Oh! Were they baiting them into that? Safe ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Holds out with the block. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Jump, nails the overdrive arrow kick. What'll happen here? Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Meter management is going to be a huge factor. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Side switch in the corner. Quick breather. Hits them with a stopping block. They can't squander this punish counter chance. They choose to spend the meters to just goes for it at this range. Player 1 has the deck stacked ball critical. What's gonna happen? Drop tap to close it. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Duas primeiro, dá a vez pro outro, beleza? Ô Clayson, vamos quem fizer duas primeiro, dá a vez pro outro, beleza?
Beleza, mas você tem como mudar, pô? Colocar. Ganha duas, aí sai automático. Mas beleza.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Player one chases them down. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Grabs them. All right, what's coming up next? They need to rely on their instincts here. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. No shots to pry them open. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Decides to buff up while they can. Not shy with the grab. Player one is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Knockdown and won't play their game. Says no with the overdrive 10 setting. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big, experiencing burnout. Play drops them. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player one can't afford the stick reversal. What are they gonna do? On a back. This might be a pivot. No, critical arm now. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Such a lovely space.
Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Low heavy, but no go. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. The low. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Player, this can lead to some big damage. Amazing. Reads the jump in perfectly. Stuff him. What now? Oh, blocks the cross-up. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Player crowns him from above. Low heavy. No big time whiff. It is over. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round one. Fight!
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Taking stock. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, easy tech. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Burnout is triggered. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player two was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side flip. Looking for a chance. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Barely brushes that off and keeps going. Player two, experiencing burnout. Player two, in dire straits with burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. The impact doesn't do anything. The drive impact is denied. Grabs and throws them away. Bumps up. Connects with the throw. Jumps in. Reversal. Shikusen. Throws them. Both up the low. Knockdown. Here comes the mid. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Nice managed Dore, getting those throws all pumped up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Got the KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. Dashes up. Flawless round. They got him so quick. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
The pleasure is
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Low kicks are a no-go. All right, what's coming up next? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two can't afford to get hit down to the wire. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. The jump in is denied. So they break. Burnout activates. No escaping that. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to stop. Gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. Reads them. Medium kick. Hits them with his free flow. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Sneaks in above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player two will look nice counter. What'll happen here? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Just goes for it at this range. Oh, the power they do. It's gonna turn out some big damage. Part ballet, part judo, and all style. Taps him on the toe. Player two in a very good spot now. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Straight to the point. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Still plenty of time. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Crowns him from above! Oh man, this is a scary range. Drive gotta do better than that. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Escapes the corner. Free flow strike. Jump goes to the air. Fires off an overdrive arrow. Totsugeki to the face. Noticeable life lead is a taps him on the dome. Oh, it's enough. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Keeping them away. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? What are they thinking here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Nano's metal level is still kind of low here. They're gonna need to find some chances to boost it. No good up high. Knockdown. Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Knife lead opens up. Roundup wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Combo with the target combo. Time for a drink. Scrapping it out up close. Medium kick. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Was hungry for the grab. A quick breather. Player two experiencing burnout. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to slow heavy? The jump in is denied. Jump! This can lead to some big damage. Finishes with the throw. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The low kick connects. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Down to the wire. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. Player one is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Sees it coming and blocks it out. The jump in is denied. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Going in, fights out of the experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Player KO! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Brings out the super art. How's it going to work out for them? Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Connects with medium kick. Still slugging it out at this range. What'll happen here? Overhead. Blocks the drive of our foot. Are we going to see a comeback here?
This is our destiny.
Gets the critical art. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now we gotta think of a follow-up. What's next? And whip! Flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
The pleasure is mine.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Definitely shuts out the jumper. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Heading into the end. Nice counter. Knockdown. Burnout activates. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Neither fighter can use their drive move. How will they close out the round? Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Jumps? Oh, could be the start of something. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? They are in there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Medium kick hits. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Lifts them with the wrong pawn. Cool gain control, nails the overdrive arrow kick. What'll happen here? Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Jumps in. Jumps up. Experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. It crowns him from above. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Takes it all off of super. Not shy one bit about it. Gets the step, gonna leave him rattled. Oh, they got him. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
A wonderful battle.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Ooh, what a smart throw. Charges forward. Even fishing to get meter is risky in this game and may affect how they approach the neutrals. Resource management is the key to winning. Both fighters have a full drive gauge on deck. The swagger step sends them. All the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Stuff him. Cross that off. On a back. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 is not going anywhere. Big time whip. Who's gonna take it? I can't. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Oh man, who's gonna take this? Jamma! Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jump! Reversal! Blocks it. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Charges in with authority. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Wow. Shut down. Did well to get the buff in there. Nails the anti-air. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Hits him with his free flow. Oh, what's this? A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Looking for a chance. Picks up the counter. This is go charges forward. Grabs and throws them away. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who hits them with a stopping bomb. There's a burnout. Transverse. The hit throw connects. What'll happen here? A real test of nerves. Genius read with that throw escape. Keeps them out. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Had the radar up and running. Blocks the jump in. Goes for the command grab. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Big counter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The jump in is denied. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off the KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Transverse, the hit throw connects. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Pokes with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive hits. Connects with the transverse to boost their metal level. What'll happen here? Sneaks in above. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Up in there! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Ô Luiz, ponto positivo pro Saguão é que minha conexão não é, tipo assim, ela não oscila pra mim e pros outros. Tipo, pra mim não tá 5 barras e pra tu tá vermelho. Se tá vermelho aqui pra mim, tá vermelho aí pra tu também, entendeu? A minha tava oscilando muito, pô. Pô, e nem tava assim esses últimos tempos, deve ser alguma coisa por aqui externamente. Saca, meu confrade. Esse personagem eu achei ele maneiro pra caramba, cara, na moral mesmo. Eu achei bem maneiro. Na realidade, nesse jogo tem pouco personagem escroto, né, cara? Poucos. Até esses novos aí, pô. Igual a Manon, eu acho ela um personagem foda pra caralho. O DJ voltou e tá maneiríssimo também. Pô, os bonecos estão muito divertidos, cara. Até a safadinha da Lili é maneirinha. Sim, no momento eu tô aqui, ela tá amarela pra mim. Porra, a Lili é maneirinha. Primeira vez que eu vi o boneco rodando no jogo foi na mão de Will, velho. Caraca, o boneco pequenininho, rápido e de dano, mano, é muito foda. Assim que possível eu vou dar uma olhada nela também. Aí tu já se perde na ideia, tu não jogou essa beta comigo nem com ninguém, ou seja, tu ficou com o piratão aí, dedicando aí com os outros aí, com a tua panelinha, Aí, Cleclé tá jogando também aqui com o teu bonequinho aí, ó. Quer tá na sala, camarada? Vamos que vamos brincar, todo mundo aprender, mas só que legal, menos tu, né, que tá mais avançado. Bora, Luiz, aperta aí, Cleclé tá esperando.
Na verdade, tô tentando sair, não sai não, bonequinho não. Só sai se eu sair do saguão.
Cleto, esperando o Luiz lá que a internet dele ficou melhor.
Here comes a new challenger.
Você viaja, cara, você só quer ganhar, só ganhar.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Nowhere to run.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Puts one in the pocket. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Knockdown. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. That was a solid anti-air. Knockdown. Locks the low heavy. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Good job blocking the jump in. they're showing us just how patient they can be. Experiencing burnout. Oh, let's go. Goes for the Sakai Fuhazan. Vintage Jury. Reads their mind and Texas intercepts. Slip anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Does a good job of pushing back. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Escapes with the reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Medium kick hits. Connects with medium kick. Hits him with his free flow. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blitz first? Burnout activates. Brushes that off and keeps going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive through. Yo, critical art now? Only a little bit of hit. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Start solid anti-air. Checks with a medium kick. Knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Sees the overhead coming. What now? Saihasho. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Clutch? Clutch anti-air. The drive impact doesn't work. Amazing. Denied. Keeps cool and locks them out. Player 1 needs to take advantage of the gauge disparity. Somehow manages to block the jump, crowns him from above. Reversal. Lays down a Saihasho. Dangerous range. This unleashes some big damage. Drops them. Overdrive arrow kick. Keeps them out. Putting it all on the line. That combo finishes it. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Shows a medium kick. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. Next hit will end the round. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Pokes with a medium kick. Did well to get the buff in there. Switches it up. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps up, side switch in the corner. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Hits them with a stopping block. Oh, sucks to fly them open. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. Burnout activates. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Saihasho to start something. Brushes that off and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Hits him with his free flow. Medium kick hits. What's next? Sticks out a kick. Barely blocks the jump.
Tension's a solid choice.
Medium kick into. Dangerous range here. Denies the jump in attempt. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Stuffing. Hits him with his free flow. On Gensatsu, we're just getting started here. Who will take control? Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Gets him with a Euro step. All stocked up. Where's the Fuhawk gonna come into play? Nothing stops this train. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Buffs while they're blinking. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Wall splat into the card break. Raw super hard incoming. What were they thinking? Player 1 has the super gauge. There's the counter we wanted. Looking Totsugeki to the face. A real test of nerves here. Free flow strikes. Medium kick into. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Gets them in the air. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Pô, tinha feito um monte de maracutaia aqui pra conexão ficar um pouco melhor. Porra, quando eu entrei na sala tava tudo verde. Já caiu essa buceta pro amarelo ali, cara. Que desgraça, acho que eu tô sendo hackeado. Se tu venceu, tu fica, eu acho, não sei, mas vai aí, porra. Eu vou. Ele saiu da sala. Eu falei pra você jogar umas 5 aí que depois eu volto.
É que eu vou tomar um banho. Também. E volto daqui a pouco.
Oi, Ivan, é pra ir pro jogo, hein, bicho? Não é pra sair lá pagar. Oi, Ivan, é pra ir pro jogo, hein, bicho? Não é pra sair lá pagar só, é pra ir jogar. Pô, Léo, não fique tranquilo. Segunda-feira eu vou fazer um jogo. Só que eu tenho que jogar contra a Lagoa, pô. Eu não pode jogar lá de Lagoa, não, pô. Lagoa não deixa o cara jogar, não. Mas fique tranquilo. Eu vou fazer um jogo segunda-feira. Fique sossegado. É porque a fase da minha ruim, mas daqui um dia eu vou na fase boa.
Eu não consegui ver o jogo, né?